Hello, my name is Suman Dahal, and in this video, I'm gonna talk about our master project. I'm currently enrolled in Federation University, Software Engineering. So, in this master project, we are building a CRM system for civil engineering company. Our client is AV Technologia, and in this project, we are a team of four members, in which we have Yenvi, Vantran, Ajikesi, and me, Suman Dahal. In this project, Yenvi and Vantran are working as a project leader and researcher, whereas Ajikesi and me, we are working as a lead developer. So, this project is about building a CRM system for civil engineering company. So this basically has three major entities, that is customer, provider, and services. And as per client meeting and client requirement, we are building this system based on those components. So talking about the stakeholders, we have internal stakeholders and external stakeholders, which has like project development and AV Technology. There is director and CEO of the company, and as external stakeholders, we have providers and customers. So now, talking about the development of this system, we have adopted the framework of Shoot CRM because of this COVID situation and the time restriction, and as per client suggestion, we had to adopt some primitive measure so that the overall development will be more professional and efficient. So we are using agile methodology for building this system. So we have break down this system in 3 sprints. So that is sprint 1, sprint 2, and sprint 3. In each sprint, we have tried to assemble the input to the system as a function, getting together with the functional and non-functional requirement. So for this system, we have used some tools like PHP for language, JavaScript, Jam server for our local host, MySQL for database, CSS, HTML for styling. So talking about product, so let's have a look to the product. So this is the login page of the system. We have given the system as the name as a civil CRM because this is basically for a civil engineering company. So as we log in, we then get in the dashboard of the system. So as we log into the system, we see, you can see the dashboard, and we have three main parts as services, customers, and providers. So under services, we have the components of the services, and same thing with the customers and providers. We have a notepad to list the important tasks and information about within the management. We have also built an internal messaging platform so that the management and the employee can interact with each other during the service time. So basically, in this project, so first we started with storyboard. So those time when we introduced with the clients, the client asked us to brainstorm to gather the ideas about how CRM system works. And during those videos, me personally, I talked with several leading CRM companies like Salesforce. So they contacted us and tried to understand like what we are trying to build. And after that, and we were finally able to visualize and understand what is to be added and included in each sprint. So as you can see here, like in sprint 1, we made a user registration, login, password change function, and profile creation function, which allows profile update. In sprint 2, we start building customer functions, provider function, and services functions, and we added an employee bar just to make it more compatible to the system users. So that includes like meetings, normal calendar, and those features. And in sprint 3, was much more like visualizing the data that is inserted in the database through the system. So first we try to build that internal messaging platform, and it was working fine, and then we use some tools from JSON and others, many form builders to demonstrate the graphical representation of data that would show the monthly performance of the system, and also a few things about the financing, invoice, salary record, and campaigns, email campaigns, so that multiple customers and leads would be contacted easily by within the one single email would go to minimum 500. So our system is not using any other external mail protocol, so at least 500 person could be reached by typing a single email within the system. So here you see we have a class diagram that connects each component in between that customer, provider, and services to the system. This is the activity flow diagram. As we discussed before, we have the screenshot for each user story. We have 42 user stories, and coming back again. So here we can see this system, and in the same time here is the the presentation, the summary of the system. So now talking about the product testing. For testing purpose, we at first we try to use the traditional Excel format to check each unit that what we used to do in previous assignments and other internship tasks. So testing is basically categorized under like 5 or 6 aspects. Like we have done testing under 7 aspects over here, like unit testing, integrated testing, and other testings. So for this testing, we used TestRail tool, which is an online tool, and it is like perfect for seamless integration. So with the help of this tool, we were able to test our system that we built locally. So here is the report update. We have passed 96%. So there we were having few problem with email campaigns, because the automated campaign was not working with the local PHP module that we have. So there are few problems. So the system moved to manually to do that. So at last, I also wanna talk about the findings and limitations of the system. So after completing the systems, I was able to understand how the company interact with each other, and how the system helps them to build a relation with the customers. And talking about the limitations of the system, so this is like locally built and locally hosted system. So yeah, there are a few things like a database and other system convenience is not so effective. Like you need to install this in each computer, and even copy the database data, because it doesn't have any cloud platform. Yeah, we have two-factor authentication for login, but we have several authentication recommendation for like database data as well, and other like internal platforms. So I would recommend first like it to be a cloud platform, and also have a light version of mobile platform, so that the customers coming through website could also be uh, tracked within the system. So this is the Gantt chart for our overall work breakdown. So we have breakdown the system as initiation, planning, maintenance, and evaluation. So pretty much that is that we do in this project. I really wanna thank our project supervisor, Mr. Ahmad, and our client as well for supporting us build this wonderful system. Thank you.